Hey y'all, it's your girl Drea back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, y'all. So as you guys can tell by the title, I'm back with another story time. Yes, I am wearing the same outfit as in my last story time because I am bulk recording today. So if you've seen my video from 2 days ago, that is why I'm in the same outfit. Okay, all right. Now, make sure you guys are like, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Get your girl to 2K. It is very much appreciated. All right. Also, be sure to hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. So, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about a situation that happened back in high school. Y'all, trust me, I have grown from this. I'm not like this at all. But this situation did happen, and I was in like, I was in what, 11th grade? It doesn't make it right, but I was like in 11th grade. I was like 16. But yes, I did have this boyfriend, and I cheated on him with one of his best friends. I know, I don't know why I did this, but here go the story. So I used to date this guy, and I'm gonna name him, shoot, I should have thought of these names. I always do that. But I'll name my boyfriend. I'll just call him boyfriend. And I'll name the best friend Roger. All right, so we got my boyfriend. We're gonna keep his name as boyfriend, and we're gonna call his best friend Roger. Cool, so we got it. So all right, so we got me and my boyfriend. Mind you, I wasn't even allowed to have boyfriends. Those of you who have watched my story times would know that I grew up in a strict household, and my mom did not play that having boyfriend stuff. So at this time, I'm like 16. I know we started dating when I was in the 10th grade. And y'all, it's so crazy how I ended up dating this man, or boy at the time, because he was just like not my type at all. He was real skinny. Like, he wasn't really that easy on the eyes, but he did have pretty eyes though. But I don't know, it was more like he was so funny, yo. He was so funny, and that just like took my heart. Swear, he was, man, we used to be just cracking up all day. So I really liked his personality, all that good stuff. Anyway, so we started dating. I remember it was like towards the second semester of my sophomore year, and this is high school. And yeah, we just did what normal high school couples did. Of course, I had to sneak around to do things. Like, I was sneaking out to go hang with him and whatnot. But yeah, it was like innocent stuff. Not innocent, but you know what I mean. Like, stuff teenagers do, y'all. Stuff teenagers do. So basically, we're dating. The summer comes, and we're able to see each other a lot more because my mom worked during the day. And we, of course, I was old enough to stay home, so he would come over, or I would leave and I would go hang out with him. Or during the school year, I would actually sneak out of school. I think I told that story time. I don't remember if I did or not, but if I didn't, I'll tell that. But I used to sneak out school and just go hang with him all day, and then go back to school right before track practice was over to have my mom pick me up. Like, was going all day chilling with him. And it wouldn't just be us chilling. It would be his best friend, which we named him Roger, and some other females that went to our school that I was cool with. And he had like, my boyfriend also had his cousin he would be around. So it would just be all of us or whatever. And we used to just all sneak out and meet at my boyfriend's house. Now, my boyfriend wasn't in school. Y'all, he was 2 years older than me, but I know he didn't graduate. He was definitely a dropout. And I remember his dad made him go to the Job Corps. I think that's what it's called. It's basically when you go and you basically like select a trade Y'all, I can't remember what trade he was doing. That's crazy. I think was he working on cars? I think he was working on cars. And then they even, like, they put you in like these dorms, and you even have like a curfew. I think his curfew was like 10 o'clock. Like he couldn't be out past 10 o'clock. Then he had to be up the next day doing his, like, doing classes and then doing his trade. So, you know, it was like school, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he went to the Job Corps. And I remember I was so sad, y'all. So this happened in the beginning of the summer. And this was right after I had got in trouble. Hold on, this seat keep falling down again. I know it's my big ass sitting on it, making it go down. Hold up. Okay, there we go. So yeah, y'all, everything was going so good. And I remember one time I had gotten in trouble. And y'all, did I tell this story? I gotta go back through my story times and figure out if I told y'all the story or not. But basically, he had came to my house and I was telling him, like, don't come over because I know my mom's going to be home soon. And he was just like, it's just for a second. I just want to see you. And I'm just like, oh, fine, come on. And of course, as soon as he came over, my mom came home and I had to hide in my closet. And basically, my mom caught him in the closet. And she scared the fuck out of me because she was just like, now, what are you doing here? And, you know, he's looking like, dang. Hey, Miss Andrea's mom. Well, he said her name, but it was so crazy because his dad and my mom were actually cool. They worked together doing like community projects and stuff. So that was just like crazy. So I think she went easy on him because she knew his dad. And she was just like, all right, well, come on, what you about to do? You gotta get out of here, basically. So he left, and it was so crazy because my mom did not talk to me. She didn't yell at me. She didn't put me on punishment. And honestly, that was like the worst punishment I ever had because it was like mentally punishing me. Like, oh my God, is she gonna put me on punishment? And she never did. And so like a while after he left, I had went downstairs and was just like, hey mom, like, I was like, hey mom, like, I'm sorry. And she was just like, yeah, why would you do that? And she was like talking super calm, like, y'all, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what has happened with my mother? Like, it was so weird. But anyway, so I say all that to say, why did I say all that? Oh yeah, I said all that to say my mom was looking at me real different for that, okay? Like, so I didn't necessarily get in trouble, but she wasn't letting me really do much. You know, she didn't like yell at me or put me on punishment, but she was really like holding back the things she was allowing me to do, which she was already a strict parent. So it was just like, dang, Drea, fuck that. So anyway, he had told me that he was leaving to go to the Job Corps. And this was right when the summer was starting. And I'm just like, the Job Corps? And then that's when he's explaining all what it is. And he was telling me he's not really going to be able to talk to me and on the phone and stuff. It was just like a bunch of stuff. Like I feel like I just wasn't fully understanding. And I'm just like, dang, like that is so crazy. Like you're really leaving. So I remember my mom had this cookout, like end of the school year cookout, and she invited my boyfriend and his dad over, which was so crazy because, like I said, my mom did not play about guys like at all. But like I said, I think she went a little easier on him because she actually did community work with his dad. So she invited him over, and I was just like so happy because I'm just like, oh my gosh, my boyfriend is here. So we're talking and we're just enjoying like the last couple hours we have together before he leaves to go to the Job Corps, because it was in another state. It was either in another state or it was in Pennsylvania, but it was like far away. I forget where it was exactly. But anyway, so he's doing all that. And we're just enjoying our last couple hours. And then he leaves. We say our goodbyes. Oh yeah, I remember. I don't even have it no more. I wish I did though. But when he left, he was just like, I just want to give you this. And it was a basketball. And he had like a little message on a basketball, like, I love you or something like that. It was all cute, y'all. It was all cute and stuff. Not him being sweet for real. Like loving basketball. Like quit playing. But yeah, he gave me a basketball, y'all. And I remember he loved Kobe. Oh my goodness. He would talk about him every day. But Yeah, so y'all, he gave me a basketball. And so he left, he went to the Job Corps. And at this point, I'm just going through the summer. I'm still hanging out with the same people I've always hung out with. And it was just like that. And I remember Roger, his friend, his best friend, used to always be around. And we used to hang out, and I used to have to still sneak out to go to these parties and all this good stuff. So I did this one story time a couple months ago. If y'all didn't watch it, go ahead and watch it. And I was telling a story about the triple C's. And for you guys who don't know what triple C's are, it was basically cough medicine, and it came, you know, in pill form. And we basically would like take the whole rack and pop the whole rack or whatever. We called them triple C's. So we would take those, and it would give us like a super intensified high, basically. So, man, one day I snuck out the house to go meet up with Roger. And me and Roger, we've chilled plenty of times just by ourselves. I was cool with him before I even met my boyfriend. But we were just chilling because we had met up to smoke. I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all, honestly, nothing has ever happened between Roger and I before this point. Like, nothing like that. Was never even thinking like that. Nothing at all. So I met up to him as usual. We roll up, we're smoking at his crib. And yeah, we're just talking, this and that. And he's just like,
oh, man, you want to go take some triple C's?
And I was just like, I'm looking at the time like, yeah, you know, it's still early in the night. I basically got all night. So yeah, we can go. You got some? He's like,
no, I don't got some, but let's walk up to John Newell and grab some.
And I'm just like, bet, like, it's the summertime, it's warm outside, we can go for a walk, that's cool. So now we walk to John Newell, of course. We're grabbing the cough medicine. Now this cough medicine, you weren't allowed to buy unless you were 18 years or older. Mind you, we're still in high school, so we weren't 18 yet. So I had to go ahead, or I didn't do it, but Roger, he went ahead and basically pocketed the cough medicine because you had to take it out the box. I don't think there was like a sensor or nothing on it, but we always just left the empty boxes in there. So he grabbed it, and we left out and went back to his crib. So now we're taking a rack. At this point, y'all, I only could take a rack. Like, I don't think I've ever taken more than a rack. If I did, it was one time, but I can't remember ever taking more than a rack. And a rack comes with 8 pills, just so y'all know. So we take one rack. So we take all 8 pills, and it kicks in about 30 to 45 minutes after you take them. So we're sitting there. We have already been smoking, and we're taking these pills. So we're just sitting there. We're chilling. It kicks in, y'all. It kicks in. And for whatever reason, for me that night, it just was like intensified on 1,000. And I think it's because I had also smoked. So bad idea. I should have never smoked and then took those pills. Like, I should not have done that, but I already had smoked and then took the pills. Being a dummy that I was, I did that. So now I'm just like, oh shoot, like I need water. Cause at this point it's like, it's probably like 2, 3 in the morning, but I gotta be back home by like 6:30. I gotta be home before my mom wake up. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, y'all. Woo. But I gotta be home by like 6:30 before my mom wake up. So I'm just like, man, I need some water. Matter of fact, can we go for a walk? Now, Roger, he's like a pro at it. And at this point, he's taken, I'm about to say 18. He's taken 2 racks, which is 18. Oh my gosh, I can't count. He's taken 2 racks, which is 16 pills, right? So he took 16, I took 8. So he is like really, really on 1,000. And he's one of those like friends that, you know, he was real animated. You know what I mean? He was real cool, real animated, real loud, real funny. You know, I can see why him and Roger and boyfriend were friends for real. So it was just like, like I said, I've chilled with him multiple times, so it was nothing. I'm like, all right, let's go outside and let's just walk this off some, because it's like a little strong for me tonight, and I still gotta go home. Even though I could have just went in the house and passed out, I would have been fine. But I just was trying to just sober up some, even though I just popped them. Like, girl, is you crazy? So we just walking outside around the neighborhood. We just walking, and yeah, like we're just playing around, being goofy. I can tell like he's kind of flirting with me, for real. And he was always kind of like that, like flirtatious with me. I just never entertained it. And then I don't know, like, y'all, this one night I was just entertaining it. Like, I don't know if I find him attractive. First of all, none of these niggas was even cute. Damn. But anyway, so I don't know. Like, I didn't even find him attractive in that way, but I was under the influence, and I'm not gonna lie, I was just feeling it. And you know, he's all being kind of touchy-feely, and I'm just like, hey, chill. And yeah, one thing led to another, and I just remember we started kissing. And while I'm kissing, like, I don't know, I just didn't stop. And I didn't stop him. I didn't, like, nothing. So then we eventually stopped kissing, and we're still walking. And I don't know, at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even heard from my boyfriend for like a month. I didn't even know if we were even still girlfriend and boyfriend, because like I said, I haven't heard from him. But we didn't break up either. Like, I didn't get no phone call or nothing saying that we broke up. We didn't break up before he left. Nothing. So technically we were still together, but like I said, I just haven't heard from him. And I was talking to Roger, and he said he hasn't heard from him either. So I'm just like, okay, like, whatever. And yeah, I just kept on pushing. But it doesn't make it right, but this is just how my head was thinking at the time. So now, like I said, we're outside, we're still walking through the neighborhood, and we're still kind of touchy-feely. And I'm just like kind of letting him, you know, just going with the flow with it. So I remember there was this house, and it was one of our friends' house who had recently moved out, like literally like a week before they had moved out. So nobody lived in that house. And you know how those houses who, they have a porch, but it's like an enclosed porch with a door, but it's technically inside, but it's outside, because all the, you know, it's like open windows on all the sides, and it's a porch, but it's inside, but it's outside. I think y'all know what I mean. If I can find a picture of something like it, I'll post it. But anyway, we ended up walking past the house, and he gonna be like,
oh, come in here real quick. Come in here.
and I'm like, come in there. Like, I'm just all, you know, playing around with him and this and that. So I ended up going in there with him, and the door just happened to be open. So we ended up going in, and they still had like their couch, their outside porch couch. Like, they still had their porch furniture there. So we're sitting down on the couch, and he had me like sit on top of him. So now we're just playing around, like I don't know what we was doing for real, but I just remember we was talking or whatever, and he's just like feeling on me and whatnot. And we start kissing again, and basically one thing led to another, and y'all, yeah, we ended up doing it. We did it right on the porch at our friend's house. Crazy, I know. But it was like closed in, so like nobody could see us. But still, that's just wild that we did that. And although I was under the influence of the triple C's, I feel like I knew what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like, I knew what I was doing. And I know Roger knew what he was doing, even though he took double the amount I did. But we was both in the wrong. We was both in the wrong for that. So that happened, and after it happened, I was just like, oh my God, why did I do that? Why did I do that? So I'm just like, yeah, you're gonna have to roll up again, like, because I just can't even believe I just did that shit. So he ended up rolling up again, and we smoked, and then I was just like, all right, I'm going home. So we walked back to my house, or he walking back to my crib, and I snuck back in, and yeah, that was it for that night. So I woke up the next morning like, oh my God, I cannot believe I did that. And I felt bad, but then I'm like, you know what? boyfriend is never going to find out, because why would Roger tell his best friend about me and him messing around, like, because y'all are friends, you know what I mean? So I didn't say anything. And it's crazy because right after that, my mom came home that later on that day, and she was like, here, these came in the mail for you. And she hands me 3 letters, y'all. 3 letters. I'm like, why am I getting mail? And I look at the mail and I see that these letters are from boyfriend. Y'all, I don't even have these letters anymore. I wish I kept stuff like that. But yeah, like, the letters were from boyfriend. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm reading the letters and he's telling me about his time there and asking me how I am. And he's telling me he loved me and all this extra stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, at this point, like, I'm getting all teary-eyed and I feel so bad. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, I made such a mistake. Y'all, I swear. So of course I'm writing back to him like nothing ever happened. And he's telling me how, you know, he's going to be seeing me soon and all this good stuff. And I'm just like, okay, cool. So literally like maybe 2 weeks later, I'm walking around the neighborhood with my friend and I see my boyfriend at his other friend's house, just like coincidentally. And I go up to him and he's being real standoffish. He's not really talking to me. And then I'm not gonna lie, like, I felt kind of dumb because his friends that was there was just kind of staring like, Daria. Which is crazy because all y'all was trying to get at me, but whatever. And he was just like, And I'm just like, what's going on? And then I look in the corner and I see Roger sitting in a chair, because they used to all chill in like the garage. So the garage door just be open. And then like this just have chairs sitting up and they just used to be in there smoking. Yes, y'all, in high school, some parents don't give a fuck, okay? They rather you do it at their house instead of be out doing it other places, okay? Some parents just don't care. Now, my boyfriend, his friends' moms did not give a crap. They did not care. But anyway, so I'm walking past and yeah, he's just like, yeah, he walks to like the stop sign with me or whatever. And he was just like,
Yeah, like, what's up with you? I heard you effed Roger.
and I'm just like, what? He was like,
Yo, that's fucking crazy. Like, why is you acting like you don't know what I'm talking about? I know you effed him. He told me you effed him.
and I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, damn. I'm like, I'm sorry. Honestly, y'all. I was just like, honestly, it was just in the moment of things, and I haven't heard from you in a month. I wasn't even sure we were still together. And then I was like, not only that, but he had me taking the triple C's. Like, I was blaming everything on Roger. I was like, he had me taking the triple C's, and that's crazy because you're over there chilling with him. He was like,
Nah, I don't fuck with that nigga, but this ain't my crib, so I can't tell him not to be here.
and I'm just like, damn, I get it. Okay. Like, nah, I'm definitely grimy for that. Like, swear I'm grimy for that. So yeah, he said all that and he just turned around, walk away and go back with his friends. So now, of course, I'm standing there just looking dumb as fuck. And I'm just in my head like, let me take my fast ass home, cause what did I just get myself into? Like, so I end up walking home. I'm just like, damn, like, that is so crazy. So like literally later on that day, I had reached out to Roger and was just like, what was the point of you telling him? Like, why would you tell him that? And he gonna be like,
Oh, I didn't know y'all was still together. Like, I didn't think y'all was together because I didn't think you would sleep with me if y'all was still together.
I'm like, yeah, but if you know that was my boyfriend and we was messing around, like, what was the point of you even telling him at all? Like, I just don't get it. Like, guys just love to brag. Like, oh, yep, I was able to hit off your girl. Don't fuck with her. Because, nigga, you knew something. I don't know. I was definitely set up, but I can't blame nobody but myself, because I can control my actions. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all, I did that. And when I tell y'all I was feeling it, I was feeling it. I was so hurt, but I know he was hurting even more. But I was so hurt because I hurt him. You know what I mean? So fast forward to like a week later. I know y'all weak. He was ignoring me. And it's like, it's crazy because it's, of course, as soon as you get back, you hear that news and you want to see me and be with me, but you can't really fuck with me because I betrayed you. You know what I mean? So I get it. Damn. Anyway, so we ended up getting these baseball tickets. And my mom was like, yeah, we got these tickets from their little, like I said, his mom, my boyfriend's mom, or my boyfriend's dad and my mom did community work together. So the guy who was like the head of like the community director, whoever he was, he had gave everybody in their family tickets to the Paris game, the baseball game. So my mom went and took us to the baseball game. And swear, I'm just walking all around the baseball game. Or not really walking all around the baseball game. My mom had us like sitting there at the baseball game, but I kept telling her like, oh, I'm about to run to the bathroom. And she's like, all right. So I had took my sister with me to the bathroom, Lexi. Y'all know Lexi, sister Lexi. Took her to the bathroom with me. And while I was on the way to the bathroom, I ended up seeing boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. But I ended up seeing boyfriend and his dad there. And I was just like, oh my God, boyfriend is here. Like, I did not know he was going to be here. Boyfriend is here. So we lock eyes, but he like quickly just like turned his head away and just like walked the other way to where his seat was. So I'm just like, oh my God, boyfriend is here. So then I see, you know, Lexi following behind me. I'm like, bro, boyfriend's here. Like, I got to figure out a way to talk to him. And Lexi's like, well, how you want to do that? Because she know my mom is strict. And my mom, she is hip to everything. Like, I know you're trying to be sneaky and walk off and see this boy. Like, she just knows things. So, of course, I go to the bathroom. I come out. I'm trying to, like, come up with some sort of plan. So me and my sister, we go sit back down with my mom. And I get the texting boyfriend. I'm like, can we talk? I haven't seen or heard from you in a week. I hate how things went down. I'm so sorry. All that good stuff. So he's just like, I'm sitting here, which was like, he was sitting like directly below us. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna meet you down there in a minute. So now I'm kind of just trying to devise a plan. Like, oh, mom, can I go walk around? My legs are sore. Like, from sitting down, they're cramping up. Like, making up any excuse. I can't remember what I said. And she was just like, Annie, okay. So I'm like, okay, I'll be right back. So I leave and I go down to where our boyfriend is sitting. And he comes out and we're talking like about the bathrooms. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He just gives me a hug. He gives me a kiss. And he's just like,
I know it's not your fault.
And then in my head, I'm like, what? It's not my fault. He was like,
I know it's not your fault. Like, I know that nigga gave you them pills and you was on triple C's like that. And he tried you. Like, I know you would never do that to me.
And I'm just thinking like, oh my God. Thank God. Yes, we gonna let Roger take the blame for this one. Like, what's up? He was just like, I know. He was just like, yeah, I still love you and all this other stuff. And we just hug it out and we're just kind of catching up on things I missed. And knowing him, he probably just like fucked 2 other bitches to get back at me or something. But whatever, I didn't even care. And I never even knew if that's even what happened. But I don't know. I will never know. And yeah, that shit was wild. So yeah, he's like,
I'ma still write to you and everything.
And actually, y'all, I can't even remember what happened when he went back to Job Corps, because we did end up breaking up. I think those 3 letters are the only letters he ever sent me. But yeah, so we rekindled everything at the baseball game and everything was cool after that. We went cool to just like enjoying the rest of the time he had back here while he was home before he had to go back to Job Corps. And honestly, to this day, I don't even know if him and Roger are cool or if they ever got back cool, which I'm pretty sure they probably did, because I feel like niggas always be forgiving they niggas. I swear, I feel like they always forgive each other. But even I ended up forgiving Roger. We ended up still being cool. Yeah. So I don't know. High school shit, y'all. High school shit. But I just felt so bad that I did that. Like, y'all, what's really wrong with me? Why would I do that? Because I would be pissed if somebody did that to me. Well, that's a story time for another day. I ain't ready to tell that story, but I'm going to tell it eventually. Eventually. But yeah, that's what happened when I effed my boyfriend's best friend. Yeah, y'all. Anyway, if you like this story, please like, comment, and subscribe. I am on the road to 2K, so get your goal right and make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. You can also follow me on social media, guys. I've been really TikToking it up lately, just so y'all know. So go follow my TikTok. Everything is linked down in the description box below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.